Okay, today we're gonna, I think I'm gonna make this a two-part video. Things I love about Glock and things I hate about Glock.
Shut your stupid.
Today we're talking about the top 10 things that I love about Glock. I got my notes right here so I don't get lost. First thing first, the Glock is basic. It don't got nothing too special to it. This right here, this is a Glock 30, and they all look the same. Like, let me pull this one out. This is Glock 43X and this is Glock 30. Two totally different guns, and they are both clear. They're both clear. Both clear. Y'all see that? They're both clear. But just how basic they are. These are two totally different guns, and they look the exact same, all black. And from a distance, you wouldn't even be able to tell. From a distance, you wouldn't even be able to tell the difference from them. They're just all basic. It's not too much to it. They're basic. For part two, they come in so many shapes and sizes. It's just depending on what you want. You could want a little compact gun, but shoot 10 millimeter. Go get you a Glock 29. You could want you a big ass gun, a big ass, handgun that shoots 9 millimeter. Go get you a Glock 17, Glock 17L. You could want you a full size gun that shoots 10 millimeter. Go get you a Glock 20 or what's the other one? A Glock 40. It's just all whatever you want. It's different sizes for everything. If you want you a very compact 9 millimeter Glock, go get you a Glock 26. If you want you a compact 40, go get you a Glock 27. It's all different shapes and sizes for whatever you want. Part 3. The third thing I like about Glock is one for everybody. It don't matter if you 6'7" or 5'2".
Nice.
If you got huge hands, little hands. If you're a small person, you just want something that nobody will ever see, go get you a 43X. Go get you a Glock 27. That's a 40, real compact. Go get you a Glock 26. Let's say if you just this big 6'7", 6'8" dude.
Damn!
And you want something that's gonna punch, go get you a Glock 20. Glock 21, go get you something that you ain't gotta struggle to get the bottom 2 fingers on. Go get you something huge. If you big enough and you can handle it, go get you a Glock 40, a huge 10 millimeter. So it's something for everybody. It don't matter if you 40, 18, or 32, maybe even 56. It's a different kind of gun for everybody. If you don't know what type of Glock you want, I suggest you go to a gun range, rent it, see if you like it. Rent another one, see if you like that one better. I say if you're gonna go to a gun range and you want to get you a Glock, rent like top 3 Glocks that you want. Shoot them all 3. Whichever one you like more, get that one. The fourth thing I like about Glock, they're very, 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 very easy to find.
Yeah, boy.
No matter what gun store you go to, you're gonna see a lot of Glocks. It's not too hard to find. Even if you want to go to the street, if you go to a private seller, they're gonna have a Glock. It's one of the, I don't want to say it is, so I'm gonna say it's probably one of the easiest guns to find. Everybody has Glocks because they sell fast and people love them. Okay. Part 4, they're very reliable. Very, very, very reliable. I done had Glock 17, a Glock 26, a Glock 43X, and a Glock 30. I think I had 1 or 2 more.
Stop it. Get some help.
None of them ever jammed on me. I think the best thing you can do is go get you a Glock clip. A Glock clip. You can try to go do Chris Vectors and 30s that's not Glock made. You can try it, but there's no guarantee that it's not gonna jam. And there's no guarantee that it's not going to jam with an official Glock mag, but you have a better chance of it not jamming. Keep your gun clean, keep it oiled up. Not too much. I say just have the gun store do it. They're going to charge you $35 just to clean your gun and oil it up. But it's a very reliable gun. It's never went off in my pocket. I never almost shot myself. I like that it's safe. It only has one safety, but I've never almost shot myself. It's very easy to control the safety. 6. The sixth thing I like about Glock, you can basically change every last piece of the Glock and it's still gonna shoot the exact same. You know, don't cheap out on what you swap. You can swap the barrel, you can swap, let me see. You can swap the barrel, you can swap the top. I wouldn't suggest swapping that. You can swap the bottom, you can swap the triggers, you can swap almost everything about your Glock. And it's still gonna shoot the same. You can swap the back plate, you can swap the iron sights. You can really swap everything about your Glock and it's still gonna shoot the same every time. I wouldn't suggest just, if you really wanna swap out the gun, make sure you go MOS. There's so much you can do with these guns and they're still 100% reliable. Let me see. Now we are on part 7. Great prices. If you go into a store, you're gonna see almost every Glock around like $550 to $650. Maybe it's an exception for maybe like a Glock 40 or a Glock 17L, something crazy, or they've added attachments to it to bring up the price for it. But Glocks are usually going to stay around the same price. I think for my Glock 17, I no longer have, but I think when I got it, I paid like $650, and that was years ago. $650, smooth. I knew I was going to pay that. I knew it was going to be around there. What else? My Glock 30, I paid like $620. My 43X, I paid $500, and where is it? It came with a drum. So there's a lot of attachments, but you know that roughly around the same price you're gonna stay around if you go for a Glock. Unless you're going for something, you know, rare then, or it has attachments already put on it. And if it's pre-used, you're gonna get a way better deal. You can get like one for like $350, $400. It just all depends on what you want, but they're not crazy expensive guns. And then the 8th thing I like about Glocks, there's one for every situation. If you want to just run to the store, or like let's say you just want to take the trash out and you just want to have a gun on you just in case. You're, no matter where you are, you can get you a little, let me think, maybe like a little 31 or 43X. I believe the stock mag holds 10 bullets, 43X, 10 bullets. You're taking out the trash and not going far, or maybe you're just going for a jog. There's one for every situation. You're taking out the trash. You have a lot of Glocks. Go ahead, take your 43X out there. You're going for a run, take your 43X. If you're going to go hunt bears or animals and you need some protection, go take a Glock 40, you know? Or if you want a 9mm just with a large magazine, go get a Glock 17, you know? And the mags are easy to swap. For my Glock 30, I don't think I've ever left the house with the stock clip in my Glock 30. The stock clip holds 10 rounds of 45. I think even before I got it, I went to go get a clip for a Glock 21, same caliber, just a little bit of longer clip. And it holds 13 bullets plus one up top. The Glocks are very swappable in pieces as long as they're the same caliber and not in the same stack, not single stack, double stack. But it's one for every situation, no matter what. Okay. Point 9, ninth reason why I like Glock. They're very hard to really damage. You know, you can drop it. When I first got my 17, I dropped it a lot, and I think the most I messed up was like the bottom of the clip. It never had clear scratches on it. I think the most of a scratch that it had on it was, let me see, this is still empty, was a scratch maybe like right here, and that was just from me shooting it a lot. Right here. If you have a Glock, you know once you shoot it a lot, it's gonna scrape that piece up just because it's going back so much. They're not easy to break. You know, you gotta put some real effort into breaking it if you end up breaking your gun. I wouldn't test running over your gun to see if it stays, if it doesn't break, but you know, you gotta put in some real effort to break a Glock. It's not just gonna fall apart. Okay. And the 10th reason why I love Glock, everybody wants them. Every single person wants a Glock. Unless they just want to be different and extraordinary and exotic. Everybody wants a Glock. It's a very reliable gun. That's why so many police officers use them. Everybody wants a Glock. You can go buy, let's say you come across a Glock for like $500. You go around the corner. You show whoever your Glock. I'll buy it for $600 right now, because everybody wants them. And it's not a supply and demand thing. It's just, you know, he doesn't want to go to the store. I have a Glock. He wants it. You know. It's not like a high point. Nobody wants a high point, even though it's the most. I think it's the most sold gun ever. If you have the money, nobody wants a high point. Everybody wants a Glock. They're easy to buy, easy to sell, easy to customize, easy to do whatever you want to the gun. Everybody wants a Glock. And those are my 10 things that I love about Glock. By the time this video is up, if it's been 24 hours, I'm going to have the next video up about the things that I hate about Glock. So y'all stay tuned and subscribe. Let me know what y'all want to see next in the comments.